is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. In addition to her and I, Daisy, Moira, and Shannon are also playing along, so their links will be down below. So today's sketch is from Heather Waldron. So I am going to make it my own a little bit. I feel like looking at it, you can definitely see, okay, yeah, I can kind of see where she was going. There's definitely a hint of the sketch, but there are a few separate things that are happening. So I'm super excited about using this save the date paper. I don't even know why I have it. I have been married for almost 17 years, and I have done my wedding album scrapbook now twice. So, I mean, I guess potentially it could have been from when I re-scrapbooked it, because I don't think it's that old. But the color is perfect. So I have these two photos, and that's kind of the beginning of where my rogueness goes, is instead of the one photo, I'm doing two. And they are landscape instead of portrait. So it's kind of like one big picture. So this was the house that they rented out when they went to the Masters in Georgia. And Christopher had taken pictures of it, and it's beautiful. And so I thought, well, he took pictures of it, so we might as well remember it. So guess what? It's getting scrapbooked. So I started with the photo, and then as in the sketch, there's I think there's two mats. There may only be one, but I did two. And so that's kind of that big block area. And then in these Hip Kit Club exclusive acetate pieces, there was a wreath. And so I thought, well, that's perfect, because there is those round elements that kind of look like wreaths in the sketch. And so I just cut one with a partial and split it in both sections. And you can't like super see it. But it does show up a little bit better than I thought it would on camera. So you can kind of see. And then since there's so much greenery in the picture, I decided to kind of scatter those leaves up the side of the page there. So there's not really anything like that in the sketch. That's just my own rogueness. And then I decided to use these thickers as my title, and it says Exhale Summer. And now that I've done that, I don't actually know if it was summer, but I mean, it looks summery. Of course, I live in Arizona, so there is only like a very small window of time where things are that green. So I guess some places could be green all the time. So I'll have to double check. Yeah, Christopher's going to have to help me with the journaling on this one for sure. So that is going to be my title. And then I grabbed another one of those floral pieces. I think I called it a adult scrappy mommy fidget spinner yesterday. So I'm using another one of those today. And again, it is sitting on my desk, and I am playing with it while I am doing this voiceover, which is kind of crazy. But that is going to be the beginning of that cluster down there at the bottom. And then I decided to add an additional cluster up in the top left-hand corner. So actually, if you're looking at the layout, there's kind of just like a cluster in each corner of the layout, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever actually done anything like that. Doesn't really scream rule of thirds or anything either. So, but I used up all those leathery banners The colors were just perfect. I had originally just pulled one out to go in that bottom wreath, but then the other 3 looked perfect, so I put them up there on the top. And then I decided to go through some of that BU ephemera pack, and I do end up pulling a few things out, like the bird and a couple of different florals to go in all of the clusters, actually. So this little half wreath something, I'm going to split between 2, just like I did the big piece. Now on the title sheet, I pulled a couple of the chipboard hearts, and I actually only put those in 2 of the clusters. And then from this Cocoa Vanilla sticker sheet, I am going to pull Unforgettable and the arrows. And then I've already pulled a tiny little arrow piece that says Little Moments, and I'm going to add a date label, and then this globe that says See the World. And I want it to kind of snuggle into where that unforgettable is, so that it doesn't cover anything up. And then it still needed something. Like, I'm going through everything, I'm like, it needs something. So I'm like flipping through things, and I was like, oh, it needs sequins. Of course, it needs these Foxy Roxy sequins, and I absolutely love that name. So these are from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I am going to put them in all 3 clusters, as well as kind of cascading down through those leaves. Now I am using this amazing crystal katana that I got from my friend Sandy. I love this thing. Like, I was so wishy-washy. Do I want to buy one? Do I not want to buy one? And she had one, so she knew that it needed to happen. So I am very blessed to have such a scrappy friend that knows what I need and just says, I'll make up your mind for you. Here you go. So super cool. I would definitely recommend it. I would way more recommend it than a jewel picker from Hobby Lobby, because I've gone through 2 of those and I think I officially highly dislike them. So that being said, that is my layout for today. So here are some close-ups. Make sure you check out the description box below again, and check out the other ladies and their take on this amazing sketch. And remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.